Good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to another reading of the Bible. Um, Last night we read First Kings 15, and I'm actually going to go back to Second Chronicles 14 for a bit because there are parts of chapter 14 that are not written in First Kings. So here we go. That's 12. So we got through Rehoboam, Jeroboam, Nadab, Asa. So 14 says, kind of repeating First Kings 15 here, 14, 2 Chronicles 14. Excuse me. So Abijah slept with his fathers and buried him in the city of David, and Asa his son reigned in his stead. In his days the land was quiet. Quiet. So probably a lot of peace for 10 years. Asa did that which was good and right in the eyes of the excuse me, in the eyes of the Lord his God, for he took away the altars of the strange gods, the idols, and the high places, and break down the images, and cut down the commanding Judah to seek the Lord of their fathers, and to do the law and commandment. Also he took away out of the cities of all the cities of Judah the high places and the images, and the kingdom was quiet before. He built fenced cities in Judah, for the land had rest, and he had no war in those years, because the Lord had given him rest. Therefore he said unto Judah, excuse me, he said unto Judah, let us build these cities, and make about them walls, and towers, gates, bars, while the land is yet before us. Because we have sought the Lord our God, we have sought him, and he hath given us rest on every side. So they built and prospered. Asa had an army of men that bare targets and spears out of Judah 300,000, and out of Benjamin that who bare shields and drew bows 280,000. So that's 280,000. All these were mighty men of valor. There came out against them Zerah the Ethiopian with a host of 1,000,000 and 300 chariots. 1,000,000. That's a million people. A million people and 300 chariots came into Maresha. Then Asa went out against him, and they set the battle in array in the valley of Zivatha at Maresha. Asa cried unto the Lord his God, and saying, Lord, it is nothing with thee to help, whether with many or with them who have no power. Help us, O Lord our God, for we rest on thee, and in thy name we go against the multitude. O Lord, thou art our God, let not man prevail against thee. So the Lord smote the Ethiopians before Asa, and before Judah, and the Ethiopians fled. Asa and the people who were with him pursued them unto Gerar, and the Ethiopians were overthrown, that they could not recover themselves, for they were destroyed before the Lord and before his host, and carried away very much spoil or loot. They smote all the cities round about Gerar, for the fear of the Lord came upon them, and it spoiled all the cities, for there was exceeding much spoil in them. They smote also the tents of cattle, and carried away sheep and camels in abundance, and returned to Jerusalem. All right. So after chapter 14 of 2 Chronicles, let's go back to where we should be. First King. Let's go back to First King. Now we got to do 14. Okay, we did 14. I'm at 16, right? Yeah, 16. La la la. 15. I know we got 16 seconds. First Kings 15 finished. Yeah. There's a break. Let's see. Because it goes to 16. First Kings 15, 16 to 22, and it breaks to Second Chronicles 16, and then goes straight to chapter 16 of First Kings. It's weird. All right. Let's see. Aces, religious forms. Okay, so I had to read 15. Second Chronicles 15. Okay. Which bookmark goes to which? Oh, this. Yeah, this. Either way. Okay, let's read. Why is there a break in here? Let me find. First Kings 15. Ah, here it is. Yeah, so it goes to 16 and then back to 15 and finishes chapter 15 of First Kings. Very strange. Very strange. Okay. First Kings 15. We are done, right? Yeah. Second Chronicles 15. Okay, so Second Chronicles 15. Let's start there. Mm, Here we go. Second Chronicles 15. The Spirit of God came upon Azariah, the son of Oded. He went out to meet Asa, saying unto him, Hear ye me, Asa, and all Judah and Benjamin. The Lord is with you, while ye be with him. If you seek him, he will be found of you. But if you forsake him, he will forsake you. Now for a long season Israel hath been without the true God, and without true teaching priests, and without law. But without law. But when they in their trouble did turn unto the Lord God of Israel and sought him, he was found of them. In those times there was no peace to him who went out, nor to him who came in, but great vexations were upon all the inhabitants of the countries. Nations was Nation was destroyed of nation, city of city, for God did vex them with all adversity. Be ye strong, therefore, and let not your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded. When Asa heard these words and the prophecy of Oded the prophet, he took courage and put away the abominable idols out of all the land of Judah and Benjamin, and out of the cities which he had taken from Mount Ephraim, and renewed the altar of the Lord which was before the porch of the Lord. He gathered all Judah and Benjamin and the strangers with them out of Ephraim and Manasseh and out of Simeon, for they fell to him out of Israel in abundance, when they saw that the Lord his God was with him. So they gathered themselves together at Jerusalem in the 3rd month and the 15th year of the reign of Asa. They offered unto the Lord the same time of the spoil which they had brought 700 oxen and 7,000 sheep. They entered into a covenant to seek the Lord God of their fathers with all their heart and with all their soul. That whosoever would not seek the Lord God of Israel should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. They swear unto the Lord with a loud voice, and with shouting, with trumpets, and with cornets. All Judah rejoiced at the oath, for they had sworn with all their heart, and sought him with their whole desire, and he was found of them. And the Lord gave them rest round about. Also concerning Maacah, the mother of Asa, the king, he removed her from being queen because she had made an idol in a grove. And Asa cut down her idol and stamped it and burned it in the brook Kidron. We read this part before. But the high places were not taken away out of Israel. Nevertheless, the heart of Asa was perfect all his days. He brought into the house of God the things that his father had dedicated and that he himself had dedicated, silver and gold and vessels. There was no more. No more war unto the 35th year, the 35th year of the reign of Asa. So that's 15 of Second Chronicles. So 14, 15, Second Chronicles. Let's see. When we get to 16 of First Kings. So 15, Second Chronicles. Just read that one. Now we got to read 16. And then we'll read First Kings 16 later tonight. So Second Chronicles 16. Second Chronicles 16. So we're going to do 14, 15, 16 today. 16. In the 36th year of the reign of Asa, Baasha, king of Israel, came up against Judah. We read about this in First Kings. And built Ramah to the intent, with the intent that he might let none go out or come in to Asa, king of Judah. Then Asa brought out silver and gold out of the treasures of the house of the Lord and of the king's house, and sent to Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, who dwelt at Damascus, saying, There is a league or treaty between me and thee, as there was between my father and thy father. Behold, I have sent thee silver and gold. Break thy league with Baasha, king of Israel, that he might depart from me. Ben-Hadad hearkened unto the king Asa, sent the captains of his armies against the cities of Israel, and it smote Aijan and Dan and Abel Maim, and all the sword cities of Naphtali. Came to pass when Baasha heard it, that he left off building of Ramah, and let his work cease. Then Asa the king took all Judah, and they carried away the stones of Ramah, and the timber thereof, wherewith Baasha was building, and he built there with Geba and Mizpah. At that time Hanani the seer came to Asa king of Judah, saying unto him, Because thou hast relied on the king of Syria, and not relied on the Lord thy God, therefore is the host of the king of Syria escaped out of thine hand. Were not the Ethiopians and the Lubims a high host, a huge host, excuse me, with very many chariots and horsemen? Yet because thou didst rely on the Lord, he delivered them into thine hand. For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth, to show himself strong on behalf of them whose hearts is perfect toward him. Herein thou hast done foolishly, therefore from henceforth thou shalt have works. Then Asa was wroth with the seer, excuse me, and put him in the prison house, for he was in a rage with him because of this saying. And Asa oppressed some of the people at the same time. Behold, the acts of Asa, first and last, lo, they are written in the book of the kings of Judah and Israel. Asa, in the 39th year of his reign, was diseased in his feet, until his disease was exceedingly great. Yet in his disease he sought not the Lord, but to the physicians. Asa slept with his fathers and died in the 41st year of his reign. They buried him in his own sepulchres, which he had made for himself in the city of David, and laid him in a bed which was filled with sweet odors and divers kinds of spices prepared for the apothecaries' art, and they made a very great burning for him. So that's a reading of Second Chronicles 14, 15, and 16. I hope you enjoyed it. See you guys later.